Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Wrath, and we're back in Hellion. And this is episode 10 of our Return to Hellion series in season 3 here. Now, you'll notice that we're on the fresh start, the startup screen here, and all we've got for options is fresh start, and that's due to a screw-up that happened. And I'll explain it here after we get a little bit of the vocals done here. So what happened was that I went to record episode 10, and unfortunately an error happened where the server crashed at a very inopportune time, and I lost a lot of resources. Basically, my ship crashed into my station and destroyed several modules, and it was just so difficult to recover from that I decided that a fresh, clean start would be best.
Can anyone hear me? This is Fiona Myers, First Officer of Daedalus. Not that that matters anymore. But if you can hear me, I need you to trust me. The station you're in is about to fall from orbit, and you don't have much time, so grab your gear and head to the command module. You should be able to call for a rescue ship.
So unfortunately, I basically lost all of my stuff. So we're starting over, and also somebody pointed out that I actually missed a part in the starting section where you get the warp cell. There's actually another part there that I missed. And so, and it's a fairly large nano unit, so that's important to actually get. So we're going to go ahead and just push through this here real quick.
Regular access codes don't work anymore, and that's my fault. Sorry, but there should be a hacking tool somewhere. Just try to look around.
Sticking out there.
Alright. It'll take a few minutes for the ship to get there, but it will get there. It's Altcorp, after all. They're the only good thing that ever happened in Hellion.
No.
Had we put them in charge, we could have probably avoided this entire mess. Anyway, head outside. Just make sure you have enough oxygen. The ship probably won't have any.
Alright, so we're gonna grab that, put it away. Now, one of the other things is there's actually another part that people don't realize is here that you can grab that will help you out early on. And that part is over here. So that's a resource injector. And any part you don't have to fabricate for yourself is a good bonus. Let's see here. There's the ship. So let's go ahead and get down there to the ship. All right, we want to aim for that side here. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get in our ship, and we're going to go get the parts. But one of the things I wanted to discuss is that I actually have, in reviewing some of the earlier videos, I've realized that there's another strategy that is available to us that is actually a really, really important early game decision that can shape the entire status of how you proceed in the game. And that is what you do with the Tier 3 Nano controller.
Alright, so you have to check the power supply and the warp drive. Oh wait, but to gain access, you'll have to register first. There's a security panel on the bridge.
So I'll show you what I mean when we get to the Haven. I'll show you what the actual possible benefit of that is. So we're going to go ahead and get in here. And I got to remember not to be cocky with this, because whenever I get arrogant with my piloting skills, I end up regretting it. So I need to stay humble, as it were, and not go charging off after the first shiny thing that catches my eye. Alright. So let's go ahead and get over to this one. Alright, so patience is a virtue. Try not to freak out too much. And once we've gotten to the Haven, we've got the Haven set up and everything's cooled off here. I want to show you the thing that I realized recently after everything else. Because there's a temptation to simply say, okay, the ship comes with a Tier 3 nano injector or nano core, and the temptation is to just use that, to say, okay, I've got that, that's all I need, and it saves me resources. But in reality, you want to reject that idea. Because if you can reject that idea, you can save that Tier 3 nanocore for something really important. And that something is going to other planets. And it's going to be a statement of whether or not you're going to find yourself able to get to those areas early, or if you're going to be stuck behind a wall trying to get the appropriate materials. There's my little daughter in the background. Quiet, Jewelbug. So we're going to go ahead, and that was the nano core there that I was talking about that they don't tell you about. That I missed last time, that somebody pointed out to me in one of the comments. So we're just going to pick up everything we can from this place. Okay, so we've got everything here. Now it is time to get going. Alright, there's the ship. Okay. Flip us over the right way. Alright, perfect. So now we're just gonna put the core in.
You need to find a safe place. Check the nav map. Look for an outpost or something. Anything with a stable orbit will do.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and get into our warp. So obviously we've got our haven here, which is the target now in... Okay, gonna warp there. Okay, and nose down. Hard nose down. And away we go.
Okay,
That was a little close, though.
once you're in a stable orbit, you'll be on your own. And this is all I can do for you. Look, Hellion is not what you thought it would be, or what any of us hoped for. I can't even begin to explain how it all went wrong. I'm not even sure if all of this is real, or just some crazy dream that I can't wake up from. Or even if it's
That's a
my
sign
dream
of
at
serious psychosis.
I could
She is
very
losing
well
her
just
mind.
be imagining things. God, it's getting so hard to think. Focus, Leona. But if there is actually someone listening to me, search for my logs. It's all in there. You might be able to figure out what happened. To do what I couldn't. Perhaps even find us a way out of this. This is, or at least I think I am, Fiona Myers, First Officer of Daedalus, signing off.
Alright, so now that that's all out of the way, we're going to go ahead and get things going. And I'm going to go ahead and jump cut to when I actually have my station assembled and put into an orbit that I'm happy with. So bear with me while I go ahead and get that sorted out, and we will meet back after that. Alright, and we're back, and as you can see, we have just finished up. We're just in the process of pressurizing the remainder of the station, and we have more than enough atmosphere this time around to actually be able to pressurize the whole station and the ship without any problems. And I'm going to go ahead and put aside my components here that I don't need anymore just at the moment. So we're going to put that one away. We're going to keep that one and that one. We're going to need to make preparations for the process that we're going to do here, but okay, so we got those. Let's go ahead and put the drill away. And so we are fully pressurized. Alright, so one of the things I wanted to discuss was early strategy that we are going to be executing right now. And that is that we need to grab these resources that are here, because that's going to tie into... They always give you those 3 shattered plates for you to use right away. And so we're going to go ahead and the iron that they gave us in a container. So we have 106 carbon and 93 nickel iron. Alright, and that's we're gonna come back to that here in just a second, but first things first, we've got a few things that we want to research. First up is this container, because we don't actually have that container in our blueprints. So the refined container we don't have. So we're going to toss that into the analyzer here. Alright, we also don't have this guy right here, the resource injector. We were able to get two, so one of those is in our station air supply generator. We do have these already in our blueprints, so for instance we do have military grade and civilian grade nanite cores of tier 1 on both of them, so that's not an issue. But we want to, we're going to save this guy for later. We want to make sure that we have enough. Oh yeah, we need to get the ammo, because we don't have any of this ammo in our blueprints either. So, but the station has a tier 3 nanite core, tier 3 civilian nanite core. And the mistake I made last time was I left that where it was. I said, okay, I'll let that drain out and then I'll use it up. And once it's used up, then I'll put it in for research. But that's not the best use of your resources. So we're going to use our initial resources to go ahead and create a fresh nano core for the station, for the Haven section of the station. And the reason that we're doing that is that we're going to save that tier 3 nano core. That is our ace in the hole for when we go away from this planet, because when you go to the other planets, they have a higher level of radiation than here. And so having a long duration nanite core that can protect you against that kind of radiation is going to be absolutely necessary. Now the rest of what we want to do is we want to do another battery and 2 cans if we can for mining, so that we can go mine resources. So let's see what we can do. Fabricator battery. That's cheap enough. That's 10 of each. And we definitely have that. Getting a little low on power, so we're going to have to make sure that we let the system recharge a little bit. We need 2 raw resource, so we're only going to be able to do 1 of these, but I think that should be alright. So let's go ahead and get that, because any amount of resources that we can get will be useful. Alright. That we'll go ahead and put this up here. Now, do we have in blueprints, do we have the tools? We do not have that in tools, so we're going to go ahead and recycle that one too. Alright, so this gives us the optimal starting condition. And we can use this to go ahead and get ourselves ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and start filling up all of my air tanks and everything, getting my ship ready to go. We have more than enough, or we don't. Okay, I'm going to run this just a little bit longer so that we'll have enough air to pressurize the ship, because we're going to be making a long duration flight to start off with here. Alright, and then... Oh wait, we need to shut that down. Let's go ahead and grab one of these air filters out. And of course these, adding these to our list of things that we are capable of producing is also going to be very useful. And then we can check and see how much that's actually going to cost us, which isn't bad. I think we can... Okay, we're short on iron to be able to actually do that, but that's okay. So we won't tear up the ship just yet because the oxygen quality is going to be terrible. So let's start putting together our action plan here. So first things first, let's set this aside. We'll set it aside right there. We'll keep this one and this one. And we'll use this for our ship when we go into hostile environments. We can go ahead and put the ammo away. Go ahead and refill everything. Check and see where this puts us for time, because I've lost track of time because we've had a big jump cut in the middle of this here. So let me check the other video's length. Okay, so we're right at about 20 minutes, so we're good. We can keep going as we do all of our prep work. And again, we're doing my preference, which is the 4.7. Okay. Okay, and then we'll unload these. Okay. Alright, and then nitro. Okay, vessel systems. Let's go ahead and top off all the nitros. For everything except for the ship. And move all the air in there, because one of the things we are going to do, because of the nature of things here, is that we're going to go ahead and ditch the ship. So we're going to take all the nitro there. Oh, you know what? It needs a little bit. Let's see here. Okay. Alright, so with that done, we're going to go ahead and, we need to recharge our pack. Okay. And we're just gonna put 2 of these down here. Okay. Do I have my torch on me? I do. We're going to go and take everything out of the ship, disconnect it, and send it on its way to oblivion. Out of the airlock as well. Okay. It's time to get down to it. So the reason that I'm throwing the ship away is not just for the warp cell, but also for a refuel on the nitro. So that way I can get all the basic materials that I need. So first order of business is we're going to go ahead and grab the warp cell and the nano core out of here. Make sure there are no other parts. Nothing there. Nope. Alright. Set the self-destruct. And release the ship. Alright, so we'll just give this a little bit of a nudge forward. And then we just got to null that acceleration out pretty good. That ship is cruising away. Now, while we're at it, I saw that there was some damage still listed on the main Haven component. So we're going to go look and find out where that is. It's only a small amount, but every little bit helps. So you want to make sure that you keep your stations in good working order. Nothing there. If there's any more damage over here. Looking for like a tiny little bit of damage on this station. be somewhere. But this damage is that I'm just not seeing. Because it lists it as having some damage. Like 500 or something off the hull. Which, all in all, isn't that much, but when it's 275,000 and 5,000 is missing somewhere, you want to get that solved. Oh. Now that ship should explode soon, or at least drop out of range. One of the two. I'm going to be trying to go for like shorter format videos, so I'm going to be cutting a bit more out of these videos. Okay, and I think the ship is officially out of view and out of range. Oh no, there it is. It should be primed to explode soon. Take that helmet off. Is there some damage here that I'm missing? Something is damaged. There's no doubt about that. Because the life support specifically says 99%, so there's a 1% somewhere that I'm missing. It's in this main capsule section here. Somewhere. But I couldn't find it on the outside. I'm sure as heck not finding it on the inside here. There we go. So let's go ahead and spawn another ship. So that other one should have blown up by now. Alright, our rescue ship will be here in 2 minutes. I think this will cover our opening episode here, because it's a fairly good wrap-up spot, and we're right at about 30 minutes or so. So until next time, I'm Wrath. I hope that you are enjoying this series, and please like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I will catch you on the flip side.